Welcome to the podcast. It's Teeing Off with Tyler. I am your host, Tyler Hood. I have an amazing guest on today, Omeed Saberkhani, old friend of mine. We go back many years, but we'll get to that in a second. First, I want to thank our sponsor for this week's show, Hofbrau, for when you want to impress your college friends with a good beer. So, my first guest, you all know him as the podcaster, as the man with the iron thumbs on Twitter. Please welcome to the stage, my back porch stage, Omeed Saberkhani! Welcome to the show, brother.
What's up, brother? How you been, man?
Doing well. I'm confusing back porches with stages, but I'm doing well.
Yeah, man. You're living it, bro.
Listeners can't hear you yet. If you just want to grab your mic, I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to set that mic down.
It's not part of a vacuum. It's a microphone. Okay, I can pick you up from there. It's fine. Anyway, how have you been, dude?
Pretty good, man.
Good.
Pretty good. I've just been doing a lot.
Yeah?
You know, I haven't talked to you since before the first day of the semester when I was at Valencia, when I started my student success class.
It's been that long?
So, yeah, so if you'd like, I want to tell you almost like a story of mine.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. That's what everyone's tuning in for, man. Let's hear that story. Take us down the Omeed Odyssey that has been a successful and prosperous career.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, getting my own radio show, winning, like half white, half brown podcast of the year. That was huge, dude. Like, that was almost like my Jordan 96 game winner in the finals.
And there was like four people up for that? Yeah.
Yeah, dude, there's literally only two of us in the category.
Yeah, but you're number one.
Dude, it was heated, and I'm number one. Let's go.
Let's go. By the way, I want to plug real quick your book that's coming out next year called Let's Go! The story of baseball and stuff.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be pretty great.
Yeah.
I talk a lot about Barry Bonds. Babe Ruth.
You talk a lot about your purpose too, and like what led to the book and your story. You kind of wind in your own story with the sports story. It's cool.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's almost like just sports memories for me and then my life story. Yeah, it really like I said in that class I took, it really helped me find my purpose. Dude, is this LeBron James' original contract? My purpose was to effectively distribute my opinions and knowledge of the sports industry and athletes in general using my social media and own sports talk radio show. Wow,
that's great.
That's a lot.
And
I literally stared at his contract the entire time that I said that.
I bought his contract. That's how successful.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, finding my purpose was a huge deal, because then I knew what I needed to do. She gives us this assignment where I figured out my purpose, and then the next assignment was I start academically planning. I start figuring things out, and it was just so helpful. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds like this professor really set you up for success.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like student success.
Yeah.
Oh, you were a student at the time, right?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it just, you know what?
Do you remember that time that we filmed that podcast on my back porch and I held a microphone?
Dude, that's crazy.
That was actually a toothbrush.
That's I'm almost having deja vu.
It was for that class too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the last time I talked to you, dude. That's
you got a solid A+ on that, right? Like a 200 out of 200?
Yeah, I turned it in late, so I got half credit. But yeah, I did great though.
Slacker.
Yeah, what can I say? I don't know. Just in that class, I learned about a lot of my strengths as a person and my values. Yeah. I'm a great communicator. I love competition. Yeah. I'm just big on, you know what I mean? I value being able to speak my mind at work.
Of course.
I don't want to have to hold back.
That is your work.
Yeah, that literally is my work. Awesome. I speak my mind. I put athletes on blast and I let them know when they're tripping.
Whether they trip a lot.
Yeah, because a lot of them need to get their shoes tied. I'll tell you that right now.
That's why the NBA is turning to Velcro. Did you hear about that next year?
Dude,
they're all going to Velcro shoes.
That's crazy.
It's bananas.
Yeah.
Dude, ever since
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Yeah. So, you really feel like this whole career and your success stemmed from this class?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
then once I don't know, just once I figured out what I wanted to do, which is to have my own talk radio show and be very successful at it, and use social media to express my opinions to athletes, I figured out that my workforce skills fit into this, planning out a show, speaking my mind, just kind of spitballing, you know what I'm saying? Old school PS 121, throwing a little spitball action. I don't know. And then she made us do this interview. I had to interview two people. I was only able to get one person just because at the time I didn't know anybody in the industry. Slacking. So I talked to Ken Jackson, who he was the sports editor at the Osceola Gazette, and then he just got handed a show. And I was like, dude, not everything, that's not gonna happen to everybody. I gotta figure it out on my own. And I knew him from the golf course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was really, he's a regular guy, man.
Yeah. And this industry is filled with more regular people than you think. Present company possibly excluded. This smells like a vacuum. But okay, so let's talk a little more about your education after this class. So you got
like I went to
success, but so what happened next?
Yeah, man. So like I went to UCF.
Go Knights!
Go Knights! So I got my my bachelor's from there. It was from one of the communications colleges.
Okay.
So it was the broadcasting college.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was pretty great. I did that. I learned so much. Oh my God. Professor Hugo Stiglitz, literally, he taught me so much. It was impossible to understand him because at the time I wasn't fluent in German.
At the time, yeah.
9. But
again, shout out to Hopbrow.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out.
I don't know, I learned so much. And like the internship they had me do at WJR was huge.
Yeah, I remember that.
It just helped me achieve a lot of my career goals that I had set for myself when I was in Professor May's class.
Yeah, sounds like Professor May just set you up in a great way.
Yeah.
Oh, that rhymed.
Absolutely. You are a hero.
Stop, dude.
Yeah, and it cost a lot. I mean, it cost me for the whole thing. We're looking at what? Maybe about probably like 17,000, but I want to bump maybe say 18,000 just for a buffer in case there's extra things I got to pay for.
Beer.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. It was huge, and like getting FAFSA, like the way that I was able to work for the family business, and like, but I was still like eligible because of my taxes for help. All the Pell Grants that I took out and the Florida prepaid I had when I was still at Valencia Community College in Winter Park, Florida. Yeah.
Shout out Winter Park.
Shout out. It helped a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's crazy to see now, we're 10 years later, 2028, President Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is on his 3rd term.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And in his first term, he got rid of all that student debt.
Like back when I went to the Answer Center at the Winter Park campus to get help, like registering for classes and figuring out what I wanted to do, like I never would have thought back then that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson would be in his 3rd term. Like that was probably one of the last things on my mind. Yeah. Probably not the last. The last thing was probably like what I'm going to be eating today for lunch. Yeah. But it was huge, dude.
It's to compare him to a lunch decision is quite the scope. That's a big deal for me, and I get it. But yeah, he's really brought the focus and attention more to sports programs and
you like a pen, man, like with a clicker or anything?
I don't. I remember you were a clicker. I have a that doesn't click, man.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It
does something.
Yeah.
Is it good enough for you? Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, man. Well, you remember me from Drumline days, man. I was always clicking something.
Do you think that led in, that experience in marching band stuff led to success and self accountability and
Oh, absolutely, man. It taught me so much responsibility.
Responsibility.
Competition wise, like we had to try out for the line. Like it was huge, dude.
Yeah, man. Cool. It's cool to see that parlay into your successful career. So talk about your social media real quick. What's your handle these days?
Omeed doing work. It's been the same one for like 40 years now.
Yeah, that's crazy. Omeed, is work spelled W-E-R-K? Did you stop that? It's going to be too loud. Our listeners can't hear the gold that's pouring out of your mouth.
Yeah, man. I don't know. For me,
how many followers you at?
I'm at 12 million right now.
Success.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, Miss May.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just like once my academic program taught me my goals, like what I wanted to do, and just all the things that they taught me, it really helped me achieve this goal.
Yeah, man, and you're achieving it, man. You're achieving it. Well, it's been so good catching up. I'm sure we're gonna continue this party after the film stops rolling. But we got to go. It's we're about 9 minutes into the podcast, and about 9 minutes in, as my listeners know, I have to go poop. So yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I want to thank you for being on the show. You got like a minute to kill. I gotta go. Obviously, I'm on a strict time. But if you want to say some things to the camera and to our listeners out there, you got about a minute. Go.
Hey, Mom. Yeah, I still do that all the time. I still say hi to my mom when I'm on TV. Yeah, just everything for me was big. Like developing my education plan and just, for me, detailing a description of my profession was huge. So, yeah. All right, guys. So, it's been real. Let's go! Yeah, you can hit it now. Yeah, you can. Yep.